Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, in the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, I think there's a little issue with Trackhouse, possibly. We had a couple issues with Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez heading into it. And then we did see at the end of the race, coming on the pit road, Alex Bowman bumped Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain had his window net down. I want to note that because I think that could play a factor in it. And Daniel Suarez on his way to bump Alex Bowman for some things that happened on the track earlier. There was actually interaction between Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez. So there may be some stuff going on with Trackhouse with those two guys. There was a spot about 12 to go where there was a little bump in between them. I know there was another spot in the race as well where Trackhouse got into each other. But let's take a look at the one from 12 to go, the one, and then what Suarez did coming in the pit road, and then we'll talk about what could possibly come from the pit road incident. Technically, it looked like there's two incidents if you look at two different drivers, but we'll talk about that. Let's take a look at the Chastain and Suarez thing to begin with. This was more Suarez than Chastain at this one, but let's kind of see what happened earlier in the race. You saw the little bump there, and then there's another little bump right there. Looked like Chastain kind of got Chastain right there. Yeah, so I'm not sure that was retaliation for something earlier. I thought there was actually something earlier in the race. But let's take a look at what happened coming down the pit road, and we'll discuss what penalty will happen from this. More than likely there will be. We've seen it a couple other times last year. So let's take a look at that next. One hit, two hits, three hits. I mean, all kinds of people standing there, all kinds of people around. He hit him 3 times coming in. And then here in a minute, you'll see Bowman get out, and you'll see them confront one another right there in the front corner of Suarez's car. See right there, see Bowman's like, what the hell, dude? And they kind of had a little confrontation. Yeah. Let's see if it's going to show. I don't think this one's going to show the issue. Right after this, he had an issue with. So now the section of the rule book that this comes into play is section 4.4.b of Cup Rule Book. Book says that a driver can be penalized for intentionally damaging another vehicle on pit road. Action could result in a loss of 25 to 50 driver and/or owner points, and/or a $50,000 to $100,000 fine. Also could face suspension. If you look at last year with Ty Gibbs, what Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon got into, it was the second time that those two had an incident and Ty got penalized $50,000. Now, precedent has been set this year with some of these penalties that they've done. Let's see here. remember exactly what the penalty was. I'm looking it up now. Alright, so Danny got fined $50,025 points for saying he intentionally wrecked Ross on the track during the race, during the restart. This was on pit road, people standing around. If I had to guess, I would probably say 50,000 and possibly 50 points, maybe. But obviously, it's too early to tell. I'm looking now because Bob Pockris had put something out about it. Yeah, he said, would think NASCAR would take a look at this, possible fine and or points since on pit road near officials. Yeah, so yeah, definitely we got that coming this week. We got the appeal for Hendrick this week. I don't know if there's anything else in this race that was pointable or this weekend. So a lot of penalties. That penalty definitely going to wait on that Tuesday night, Wednesday. So we'll have a report up of the penalties when they come out this week. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.